went slow on a cotton line, hung between two posts of pine. Mama's apron, daddy's jeans, flapping soft like country dreams. You'd think it's just a chore she does, pins and wind and soap and fuzz. But it's more than fabric in the breeze, it's a quiet hymn among the trees. Where the laundry hangs, you'll find the truth of days well lived and missing youth, of hands that scrub and hearts that give, of every reason why we live. There's love and work in cotton threads, hope blowing wind where the sunlight spreads. You'll see our story plain in rain, right there where the laundry hangs. There's towels from the baby years, and shirts that caught our laughter tears, tablecloths from Sunday's best, and pillowcases that know the rest. And when the storms roll down the lane, she pulls it in like tucking pain. But when it clears, she starts again, faith clipped tight with wooden pins. Where the laundry hangs, you'll find the soul of simple days and quiet rows, not made for fame or high reward, but peace that's stitched on heaven's board. So if you pass our little land, you'll know we're rich, though none too grand. Just watch the wind and hear it sing. Our life is there where the laundry hangs. So don't you judge what's on that line. Each shirt and sheet has stood through time. They've weathered more than storm or rain. They've held our joy, they've caught our strain. It's all out there where the laundry hangs. So don't you judge what's on that line. Each shirt and sheet has stood through time. They've weathered more than storm or rain. They've held our joy, they've caught our strain. It's all out. Down and in the hallway, past the creaking floor, behind the closet's hidden door, sits a box of polished pine. Smells like thyme and turpentine. Inside lies a woven nest, the old quilt in the cedar chest, stitched by hands that knew no rest. Mama's mama doing her best. Each square a story faded true, from cloth once white now tinged with blue. The quilt in the cedar chest wrapped our winters, held our rest, covered knees on stormy nights, heard our secrets, dimmed our fights. A patch of flame Yeah, love was sown and never guessed in the quilt, in the cedar chest. There's Daddy's shirt from '74 and baby's blanket worn and torn. The church dress torn on Easter Day, still stitched beside the wedding grave. It don't need a washing or a frame, just quiet hands to speak its name. It tells a tale without a voice, 1,000 hearts inside one choice. The quilt in the cedar chest holds more than comfort, more than rest. It held the weight of joy and tears, of broken days and golden years. And when I'm gone, I hope they see this quilt was more than warmth to me, a map of love and all the rest. In the quilt, in the cedar chest. So open slow and breathe it in, that scent of where the past has been. You'll find a life that still feels blessed in the quilt, in the cedar chest. So open slow and breathe it in, that scent of where the past has been. You'll find a life that still feels blessed in the quilt, in the cedar chest. The blossoms came early, like they always do, white as snow against skies so blue. But April turned colder, the warmth got lost, and silence fell on the orchard after frost. Daddy stood quiet by the cherry trees, hands in pockets, heart on knees. He didn't curse, he didn't cry, just watch the blooming dreams go dry. Yeah, the orchard after frost don't look the same, like a song cut short, like a whispered name. But deep in the root, the fire still glows, waiting for a season that nobody knows. Some beauty breaks, some hope gets tossed, but love still lingers in the orchard after frost. Mama laid pies on the windowsill, said life won't wait on every hill. She picked the apples that made it through, held the bruised ones like babies too. And me, I learned what quiet means when plans fall out from in between. Still you plant again, still you try, even after the coldest crossed. There's a chair that ain't been moved in years, cushion faded, wood worn clear, sitting quiet by the pantry floor. That old spare chair by the kitchen door. Mama says you never know who might show up through rain or snow, so she leaves it there just in case, with a gentle smile and an open space. That spare chair by the kitchen door held cousins, neighbors, friends, and more. Some stayed long, some just passed through, but it always had a seat for you. No RSVP, no hardwood floor, just that spare chair by the kitchen door. Sat there with a busted knee. Brother cried there at 17. Gramps tied flies and told his tales. Mama cooled pies and opened mail. It ain't just furniture, plain and square. It's where the house says I still care. We're coming back, don't need a reason, and you're welcome home in any season. That spare chair by the kitchen door heard laughter, secrets, fights, and more. It never judged, it never left, just waited with a kind of heft. When I knock like times before, I know there's love by the kitchen door. So if you're lost or need a rest, this house still knows how to bless, with a light on and a little more. And that spare chair by the kitchen door. There's a clock above the pantry wall. Worn out hands, barely ticks at all. But come high noon, it holds its breath, like it's listening for what comes next. Mama swears it's always done that since Grandpa hung it way out back. The chimes don't sound, the second hand waits, like it's caught between two dusty fates. Kids stop talking, dogs lie still, even the breeze forgets the hill. Just 60 seconds lost too soon in the clock that skips at noon. It don't mean nothing in a hurried town, but here we watch the whole world slow down. That silent pause, that quiet tune, is the heart of this old afternoon, where time don't tick and life gets room, thanks to the clock that skips at noon. Daddy says it's got a soul, says it's learning when to lose control, says the best things ain't always planned, like holding tight to someone's hand. And if you blink, you just might miss that moment made for rest like this. Some fixers came and called it broke, but Mama just gave that knowing joke. Let the world keep running past, I'll take my minutes nice and fast, then slow them down like old folks do, with the clock that skips at noon. It don't keep perfect time, it's true, but it keeps the soul from splitting in two. When noon comes around, we hush the room to share the hush that hearts assume, in the peace that holds just like a tune, from the clock that skips at noon. So if you visit, you might hear this when the light hits just before the west. Don't be fooled by quiet too soon, that's just the clock that skips at noon.
I was 15 when I swung my first nail beside my daddy on that sawdust trail. He said, son, these boards don't talk, but if you listen close, they'll walk. 40 years and a calloused hand built every home with a quiet stand. No fame, no plaque, no silver frame, but that old hammer knows my name. The hammer knows my name, in every porch, in every frame, in babies' rooms and kitchen walls, where laughter lives and teardrops fall. I never signed a single beam, but I left my mark in every dream, and when I'm gone they'll still remain, the quiet echo of my name. I fixed old barns, I raised new wings, heard wedding vows and babies sing, laid down floors where first steps fell, and graveside benches where mourners knelt. I don't need a headline or parade, just the creak of stairs I once had laid. Wood remembers even grain by grain, each nail a story, every knot a name. Yeah, the hammer knows my name, from river homes to windblown plains. It's in the swing, the measured breath, a beat between life and death. So let the storms and seasons claim, but they won't silence what I became, 'cause that old hammer knows my name. Old man sitting by the courthouse square, strumming soft in the summer air. One string broke, but he don't mind. He plays the truth that's hard to find. His guitar's tuned in, E minor low, a key where the blues and memories go. He don't play for coins or fame, just keeps the ghosts inside him tame. Tuned in E minor where the heart leans slow, where lonesome skin. Yeah, tuned in E minor all alone and all his own. People pass, some toss a dime, some stop to feel the rhyme in time. But most don't hear what he won't say, that he lost someone that never came back that day. His fingers bend like weathered oak, each note a prayer he never spoke. He don't smile, but he ain't sad. He just sings the only peace he's had. Tuned in E minor, soft and he wakes up with the rooster's crow, boots by the bed, and a coffee to go. The fields are wide, the sky is warm, but he knows harvest ain't just corn. He lost his wife in '99. She left behind more than a line, 2 kids and a prayer she used to say, still echoing in the light of day. 'Cause harvest ain't just corn or beans in a row. It's the strength you find when you're stand alone. It's memories stored in a flannel drawer. It's grace left hanging on the barnwood door. The yield ain't always what you sow. Sometimes it's what you let go. Yeah, harvest ain't just corn. He taught his boy to mend a fence, told his girl she's worth every cent. He don't say much, but when he prays, you can feel the soil shift and pray. There's love in the sweat and hope in the ache, and quiet peace in each heartbreak. Some crops feed, some seeds forgive, and not all harvest have to live. Harvest ain't just corn, the weight of grain. It's the songs you hum through the hurt and rain. It's the silent share when words feel wrong. It's the porch light left for someone gone. So come October, don't be torn. If your hands are full of things not born, yeah, harvest ain't just corn. So he leans on that old gate latch, looks across the rows that never match, smiles a little at the early morn. 'Cause harvest, friend, ain't ever just corn. And tucked in a drawer with a ball of twine, next to a watch that don't keep time, I found it wrapped in square, a knife that still held Grandpa's care. Wooden handle, nicked with years, blade still sharp through dust and tears. I held it like a sacred thing, a piece of him in the early spring. Grandpa's pocket knife, worn and true, open letters and dreams too. Cut through rope and stubborn days, carved his name in cedar grays. It never left his denim side, now it's mine and I hold it with pride. Yeah, Grandpa's pocket knife, still alive. He'd say, boy, tools don't make the man, but knowing when to fold or stand. He fixed the world in little ways, with steady hands and quiet grace. Now when I face a job that's tough, I hear his voice when times get rough. You ain't alone, just take your time. Some edges heal, some edges shine. Grandpa's pocket knife, humble steel, cut through more than wood. It healed. Taught me patience, taught me pride, taught me not to run or hide. And when I pass it down someday, I'll tell the stories in my way about Grandpa's pocket knife and the man who showed the way. So I slip it in my coat today, heading out where the wild things sway. Not just a tool, not just a life, but a legacy in Grandpa's pocket knife. Grandpa's pocket knife, never alive, still alive. Face a job that's tough, I hear his voice when times get rough. You ain't alone, just take your time. So I slip it in my coat today, heading out where the wild things sway. Not just a tool, not just a life, but a legacy in Grandpa's pocket knife. On a hill above the weed and pine sits a house forgetting time, paint peeled back by wind and rest, but strong still stand, 3 windows facing west. Mama cooked with the sunset glow, Daddy'd sit where the evening flowed. We'd watch the skies turn fire and gold, and dream of things we'd never told. 3 windows facing west frame the days we loved the best. Caught the light when hope was thin, held the dark when dreams grew dim. They saw it all, love and test, from 3 windows facing west. Brother left in AA, sister moved out past the state. I stayed behind, but not for long. Even roots get pulled when life moves on. Now I return panes still holding good. 3 windows facing west, still catch the sun, still hold their breath, still whisper names in beams of light, still glow with peace come falling night. And though the house may not have guests, there's grace in those windows facing west. So if you see a house alone, with a western gaze and a weary tone, know someone's heart still takes its rest by 3 old windows facing west. Silence calls through tangled weeds and broken walls. Stand in the dust where I once stood, see those panes still holding good. Now I return when silence calls through tangled weeds and broken walls. Stand in the dust where I once stood, see those panes still holding good. So if you see a house alone with a western gate